Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we welcome one of the most famous women of the United States in America, Oprah Winfrey. She has been one of the most influential women of time. Women's rights are an important part of her life, so today we've invited her to tell us a bit more about these women's rights. Oprah, welcome to our show. It's lovely to have you here. Can you tell us why you're so committed to women's rights?
Well, thank you for having me here today. I'm honored to be here. Well, I put myself in for women's rights because I want to help young girls and women to become who they're meant to be. I want women to have the same rights as men, no matter if they're black, white, rich, or poor.
You found several organizations. Can you give us some more information about them?
I support Women for Women International. It's an organization that supports the financial, educational, and interpersonal needs of women survivors of war, poverty, and injustice. I also back Girl Effect, a movement working to end poverty in adolescent women. I want girls to get the education they deserve. I also build a school in South Africa. With this academy, I give young poor girls the chance to change their lives. And I hope the students who finish at this academy will continue their educational paths and eventually transform their communities and countries.
We're talking all the time about women, but in your opinion, how can men influence the women's rights? Is there something they can do?
Of course, there's something they can do. Be better. Be better at everything. Be better husbands, be better fathers. Just being good fathers who love your daughters and show them what it feels like to be loved. They must realize that they're equal to women, and I believe that if they do that, they're being a huge support for the women's rights these days.
Is there something that can help us, women, to stand more inside ourselves and own that space?
Our first job in life as women is to get to know ourselves, and I think a lot of times we don't do that. We spend our time pleasing, satisfying, looking out into the world to define who we are. And I think as women, as young girls, we have to invest time in getting to understand who we are and liking who we are. And I know it's not always that easy, but women have to know their own value. And only if they knew that, they can stand up for themselves. And a lot of times, I think I need other people to define who I am. But then, I look around and I tell myself, Oprah, you don't need anyone to define who you are. You alone are enough. And more women should say something like that to themselves to be more confident.
Thank you so much for being here today, Oprah. Is there one last thing you would like to say to all the women who are watching now?
To all the women in the world, be brave and stand up for yourselves because you're beautiful and let the whole world enjoy it. Thank you so much for having me here today. Bye.